Hey, hello everyone. It's Robert Blackman, and welcome. Today is Thursday. A friend of mine, David Fry, posted something today, made me laugh. And it said, "Is it just me, or is it today? Does every day feel like a Saturday?" And he's right. And the reason for us is because all the kids are home. We have 3 that live at home now. We had 4. My oldest daughter, Kellyanne, who's 24, just moved out. She had moved in when I had cancer 2 years ago, and it was a year ago. Yeah, a year ago she moved in, and now she's moved out. Of course, as soon as she moved out, she loses her job at the restaurant, but then now they're doing curbside service, so she's back to earning income. So interesting times. So with the kids here every single day, we've had to find things for them to do. Here's some cool things that I just want to run into. Then I'm going to get into delayed gratification today for you. We did some house cleaning. When Kellyanne moved out, she had like part of her whole apartment and one of our bays in our garage, so we couldn't get our car in there. So when she pulled all that out from a U-Haul the other day, we had to go in and rearrange. So we did that. Sherry ran into some old 45s. And for you younger people, this is what a 45 looks like. Got one from Wham. This is stuff I had back in high school. This one was Bruce Springsteen. And then one of my favorite was Bananarama with Venus. So I've got my record player that also they dusted off. I'm going to hook it up today, see if the stylus is still working. So those are the 45s I got out, and I have some albums as well. This one was Queen's Greatest Hits. This was back in the day with, I still love albums. You still get them, but the art, the cover on it. Billy Joel, right here. What's the name of this one? Piano Man, the album Piano Man. So I've got about 50 albums and about 45, so we're going to go through those today. So the reason why I picked the subject of delayed gratification today, because all of these albums and these 45s kind of took me back to high school, grade school, middle school, high school, and college, and thinking about what my life was like back then compared to what the life is like for my children. Totally different. I'm 58, so 40 to 45 years ago, the culture was different. There was no cell phones. There was no internet. There'd be no way like this for me to interact with my team. There'd be no way like this to record it, download it, put it on a YouTube channel so thousands of people could see it there as well too. Take it and post it on a blog, send it out on email. So I've got email, I've got social media, I've got YouTube, and there's no way to communicate back then the way we do today. I'm lucky, very lucky to have transitioned from not having any of that stuff, where I was forced to wait, to have to work for something, until now that I'm able to use technology. And I believe our generation, which I'm one of the end of the baby boomers, I was born in 62, right at the tail end of that. By the way, there's 10,000 baby boomers, or 10,000 people a day. Got to write this down. 10,000 people a day that are turning age 62 that are baby boomers until I believe the year 2030. So here we are, another 10 years. See, I'll turn that in 4 years. So another 10 years, I read 10,000 people a day are going to turn 62. Let me ask you a question about all these people who are turning 62. Do you believe they're going to live on Social Security alone? The average check's around $1,200 to $1,400 a month. Let me ask you a question. Can you live the way you live right now on $1,200 to $1,400 a month? The answer is probably not. Well, maybe if your spouse did, or your significant other, the two of you. So now you're looking at $2,400 to $2,800 a month. And you might be able to squeak by on that. Live in an apartment, rent house, you got your house paid for, cars are paid for. You may be able to squeak by. Most people in America today, the average earnings is around 50 grand. You can't make it on $12,000 to $24,000 a year, can you? So those people that are now retiring, that have grown up like me, with 45s and albums in their garage, they understand delayed gratification. These are perfect prospects for your business. Are you running and catering your advertising towards people who are either already past 62 or getting ready to go into it to get them to earn a residual income. How about a headline like this? Want to match your Social Security check? Question mark? Question marks are always great for headlines. So catering to people, there's a 2-point training today. So I want you to put number one, 10,000 people a day retiring. Those are the baby boomers. Those are people who were born and raised like me with none of this technology, and they had to learn delayed gratification. They were always put in timeout, or they were getting spankings, right? Which has been proven doesn't really work and is the wrong way to do it. But I'm just saying that we all got spanked. I got spanked. And we knew that it was going to take a while to get what we wanted. You do all your chores first. And the chores were outside, inside. We had to work. There wasn't parents that were doing things for us like I'm guilty and other people are guilty of doing today. So catering, number one, cater to those 10,000 people a day. Want to match your Social Security check? Headline. Social Security check or Social Security not enough? Click here. Want to find out how to double or triple your Social Security check? Retirement got you down? Afraid to retire? Not enough money to retirement, still got to work? I mean, come on, just brainstorm with me about what you can do in your business. You can own Rusty's Yogurt Shop, okay? You could own a restaurant. You could be a chiropractor. You could be a dentist. You could be an insurance agent. You could be a real estate agent. What are you doing? A network marketer specifically. What are you doing to specifically target that market? 10,000 people a day. Multiply that by 365 and tell me what that number is. That's your market for the next 8 to 10 years. I mean, maybe it's 5 to 10 years. I can't remember, but I know it's 5 to 10 years that's going to be happening. That should be a portion of your marketing because those people know delayed gratification. You don't have to teach it to them. You don't even have to tell them about it. Your whole impact is, hey, I got a program that'll show you in the next 2 to 5 years how to replace your Social Security check. I want you to, this is very important today because this is going to segue into my other training. That's the point number 2. You can cater towards the baby boomers towards a 2 to 5 year plan in network marketing. They get that. They'll understand that. They'll go, wow, really that fast? These are people who, when they were 22 and they got out of college, or they were 18 and got out of high school, they were told down the road, 40 years from now, you're going to get a pension, or you're going to get a Social Security check, or you're going to put money away in the stock market. And a little bit's going to go a long way. They understand delayed gratification. And if you're not marketing towards those people, you're missing out on people that will join your program and stick. Well, everybody I sign up, just, they're gone. They're flaky. Are they a baby boomer? Well, no, they're not. Why aren't you catering to baby boomers? Well, I never really thought about it, Robert, until today. Do it. Start doing your own research. You're going to start, you've seen on my wall, I put stuff on baby boomers all the time. You're going to start seeing me doing that almost daily. I'm going to be giving statistics and stats and creating, you and I both need to create a landing page specifically for baby boomers and people that are either retired or people that are going to retire in the next 5 to 10 years. They're worried about what they're going to do, especially in today's volatile economy. They're going to be worried about, what am I going to do? I don't think that I can retire at 62, but I may lose my job before then because I make too much money. They could hire 2 guys out of college or 2 people out of college to replace me for my income. Maybe I'm making $100,000 a year because I've been with the company for 10 or 20 years. They could hire 2 people at $50,000 and get rid of me. These are real concerns. So cater towards the group of people that were born with and instilled at an early age and instilled for their entire lives about delayed gratification. That's Network Marketing 101, tip number 1 today. Tip number 2, segue into what I was going to talk about when you go from catering towards delayed gratification, the 2 to 5 year plan. Here's what happens. I've got clients that are ages 18 to 20 all the way up to 80 to 85. I got this huge range of clients. So this is point number 2. Catering to people who want a 2 to 5 day plan. They want a plan that's going to work in 2 to 5 days. Okay? So here's the baby boomers over here that if you say 2 to 5 years, they're going to go, wow, that's soon. And here's the other people in the world that say 2 to 5 years, are you crazy, old man? What are you nuts? I need something in the next 2 to 5 days. The longest I'll wait is possibly 2 to 5 weeks. And I definitely am not going to join you if you're going to tell me it's going to take 2 to 5 months. Okay? So now you have to put on a different catering hat, right? Now you got to cater to people that want something in 2 to 5 days, 2 to 5 weeks, and maybe you could stretch it to 2 to 5 months. That's really pushing the envelope today. So number 2 is catering to 2 to 5 days, 2 to 5 weeks, 2 to 5 months. Now, in our programs, at both Profit Leads and Felice Cafe, on number 1 over here, we're catering to the 2 to 5 year plan. And we tell them it's going to take you 2 to 5 years to replace your income at work. So we give them a plan that says, hey, in 10 years, you could be at $10,000 a month. Year 1, you'll be at $1,000. We're going to show you how to do that. Year 2, $2,000. You're getting it. Year 3, $3,000, 4, $4,000, 5. In 5 years, you could be at $5,000 a month. And they go, hallelujah. And if you work hard and understand our plan, in 10 years, you could possibly be at $10,000 a month. And here's the amount of volume you need. Here's the amount of people that you need at X amount of dollars. Here's a model at $50. Here's a model at $100. Those people and baby boomers, they love that. They eat that stuff. They eat that for breakfast. So that's that category over here. We've got that. Now let's switch over to the other category, the 2 to 5 day category. It's a big swing from 2 to 5 years to 2 to 5 days, isn't it? But that's the mentality that is being promoted today on the internet by people who are selling books, courses, seminars. Now it's all virtual. They used to be able to fly into Vegas and charge somebody, $1,500, $1,000, $997 for a ticket. And by the time you got hotel and airfare in it, you were at least out $2,000 before you even walked in the door. And then they put speakers up there on the platform that they all have a course to sell at the back tables. You walk away with another $1,000 spent on food, alcohol, and courses, coaching, traffic. So you come back home with $3,000 cost because you're looking for a 2 to 5 day solution. Maybe 2 to 5 weeks, and you hope to God it's not going to take 2 to 5 months because you just spent $3,000. That's the culture over here. Okay? 2 to 5 years, 2 to 5 days, 2 to 5 weeks. Maybe if you're stretching it, if you get their attention for 2 to 5 months, you're lucky as hell. Okay? So, what do? Landing page, 2 to 5 years. Landing page, 2 to 5 days or 2 to 5 weeks. Now, both Profit Leads and Felice Cafe, we got that. Here's what we say. We got an 8-week program, and still some people, they don't like that. But let's take Felice Cafe. If you come in and you go find 4 customers and you help those 4 get 4, that's what we call a 20 club. So 4 on the first level. If I had 16 fingers, I'd say 16. So there's 16 on the second level. Okay? 4 plus 16 in Oklahoma is 20. So we call that a 20 club. If they're all purchasing or selling $100 a month in coffee, which is easy. That's either 2 bags of coffee or a bag of coffee and 25 of our cafe cards. It's $49.95 each. So for $99.90, you get qualified for 100 CV. We're paying 100% commissionable value or customer value to wholesale purchases. Because a lot of companies and even ourselves, what we're doing out there is we'll say, hey, it's $129.95, but we pay 100 CV. We do that for a one-time order. But for auto ship, we're at $99.90 for 100 CV. So you get 4 to do that. Who get 4? That's $660 a month. That satisfies the people over here that are 2 to 5 days or 2 to 5 weeks. We're stretching to 8 because we say, look, go out and find 4 people in the next 4 weeks. Can you do that? Yeah, it's believable. Help those people just duplicate what you did. You're at $660 a month. If they're all at 100 CV, hey, let's say they all are at 50 CV, which is $49.95 a month. You're at $330 a month. When was the last time you made a check for $330 a month or $660 in your network marketing program? 95% are going to go maybe once, or most of them are going to say, I never have. Never have done that. Over at Profit Leads, 4 who get 4, $780 a month for leads. Same philosophy. Get 4 customers at 100 CV. That's 100 leads for $97, and we pay 100 CV on it. So see, we got it covered. We understand the psychology of delayed gratification. And it seems like this group over here, the younger crowd, has not had to do what we did, which is we got to wait a week or 2 weeks for something. And there's no electronics to stimulate us, so we got to go outside. We got to talk to people. We got to go belly to belly. So this puts us in a position to where I've got to cater towards people like me. And if that's all I talk about, then that's all I'm going to get. But if I want a younger generation, people that are younger than 58, so when I'm dead and gone, there's perpetuation. If I just cater to this group and I don't teach them how to contact their younger crowd and their kids or their in-laws, see, this is the other strategy. This is number 3. You got to cater towards the baby boomers because there's 10,000 a day. But if you don't teach them how to go cater to the younger crowd, when they die, all they've done is recruit what? Other baby boomers who are going to die. You don't have a long-term residual income. I don't care if you're an Amway. Amway is teaching their 2nd and 3rd generation, and they've created products for the younger generation. They've created programs where they can make money quicker. So understand your 2 marketing. Landing page for younger people, landing page for the older people. You got to be able to drive traffic there. You're running your advertisements. You're calling leads. You're texting people. You got to know who you're talking to. When you do that, you'll tap into delayed gratification. Remember, number 1 over here was baby boomers. Over here were the people that are the 2 to 5 weekers. This is 2 to 5 years, 2 to 5 weeks. And then you got to teach these people how to cater to them. And then you got to teach these people how to cater to the older folks. And this is the psychology I'm always talking about in network marketing. I've got a doctorate. I got a PhD in network marketing after 40 years. So I want you to listen to me, and I hope this makes sense. And if you need any help, there's a link below for coaching. There's also a special today for $20. You get my 2 books by their ebooks. You can buy them directly. It's like $30 to do that. If you want the paperback copy, you can look at the link below too. So look for the coaching link. If you want some advanced coaching where I specifically go into your program, I help you create the landing page for the 2 to 5 years people and the 2 to 5 month people, and help you set up a training for scripts and stuff like that. So any questions, let me know what I can do to help you. But remember, delayed gratification is alive and real today. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye.